Ready?
Yep.
Right now, at my house with Garrett and Star. Star is actually going to be our guest presenter.
or not.
Or not. And you want to say a few words, you want to get back to bed. And I'm next to Gary. And Gary came all the way from Rhode Island. He drove a 5-hour drive, took him 12 hours to get here. But that's not really the point. The point is he does a lot of good videos on conductivity.
Yes.
And I'm clueless what that means. What does that mean?
What I do
Explain
is
to yourself.
I check the conductivity of food. Okay? I have a conductivity light. And basically you plug it in the wall. You used to be able to get these as little school experiments.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's weird is you can't buy those anymore because they're too dangerous. Okay? So I had a friend make one. And you plug it in the wall, there's a light and a switch, and then there are 2 probes that come out that are live. So
Right.
that's why they're too dangerous, because it's 110 volts, and if you stuck it in your arm, you'd light yourself up.
Wow.
So what you do is, if you took something like a cookie,
Right.
and you stuck that in a cookie, it would not create a field for that, a connection for that to light that light bulb.
Wow.
Okay? But if you take a banana and you put it in a banana, because it's live food, it actually will light the light. And the more life there is in that food, the brighter it will get.
Wow.
And one of my, this was such an eye-opener for me, is if you take a glass of water, and I don't care if it's faucet, mineral, spring, Fuji, I don't care what it is, and pour it in a glass, and stick that probe in it, it will not light that light bulb.
Right.
Water by itself is not conductive.
Right.
Okay? But if you take table salt, sea salt, or Himalayan salt, okay, and I've done this with all 3, the table salt will light the light. The more you put in, the better it does. The sea salt is much better, but the Himalayan salt, it only takes a few grains and it's like that bulb is cranking it so bright.
What does that mean to the human body, you think?
Well, minerals. We need minerals, and then when we drink water, that is what builds that electromagnetic field in our body, gives us energy. It doesn't mean you should drink salt water by any means.
Right.
Okay? I'm not a big fan of people drinking salt water. But you need minerals and you need hydration. Every cell in your battery is like a little, in your body is like a little tiny battery. And it needs those 2 things to charge your body. So,
By the way, it's 11 o'clock. I yawned. Good.
So if you take this, let's say you have the table salt, right? And you take a teaspoon of sugar, and you dump it in the glass, and with the salt in there, the light bulb is really bright.
Wow.
You dump the sugar in, and the light bulb will dim right down.
Wow.
And it'll stay down for a second, and it'll start to come back up. And you put another one in, and it goes down. And you keep, and I did that with 10.
Wow.
And I said, if you think this is a lot of sugar, think about this. There's 18 of those in an Arizona iced tea.
Wow.
Okay?
18 spoons of sugar.
Yes. So what happens is, as you're drinking this, it's attacking your body. It's not. It's not actually energizing you. Your body is producing adrenaline, and it sees it as a foreign object.
Right.
And it's actually going on the defense. So you get a charge from your body attacking
to accelerate faster.
Yes, to attack it and try to push it out, because that's what it wants to do.
Right.
And then you get the lull after, because the adrenaline goes down and the attack goes away, and that is why you get that lull after, and you have to go get another candy bar. And and the sugar is seen as a foreign object again. Boom, you get energy. So it's actually a false energy.
So you can't do that too often, otherwise you're on adrenal fatigue.
Yes. It does cause a lot of adrenal fatigue.
Right.
The stress, the sugars, the dead food.
Right.
Okay. So the most important part of that is figuring out what foods are actually charging our bodies and which ones aren't. A date, like a dehydrated food, will not charge. But if you soak it in water, the water, you take the date out, the water will light and the date will light. So if you soaked your dates before you made your banana date smoothie, then you'd actually be getting more electrolytes in your food.
We always soak our dates.
Yes. Do you? Yeah.
Always, yeah.
So that's a good
Well,
thing.
I do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good thing because
Right.
what is dehydrated outside the body, when
Right.
you eat it, has to hydrate inside the
Wow.
body. If you're already dehydrated, then, you know, it's just not a good thing.
I'm gonna wrap up soon.
Yes.
What? Anything else? What is the main thing you learned from the theory of conductivity? What's the most eye-opener thing that you learned, and why do you do it?
Let me see. The greatest thing I've learned about conductivity is it is so relative to the food and our ingesting of that food, and that water is not conductive unless you're in it, unless there's minerals in it. It's not conductive.
Huh.
So if you're low on minerals and you drink water, you're actually not helping your body that much.
And so as people drink water, really not helping their body that much.
If they're low on minerals, yes.
If they're low on minerals.
So
And most people are probably low on minerals.
yes. So that's why I like live, life-giving liquids and foods like fruits, berries, melons,
Right.
and veggies.
Mm.
And for most people starting out, I like juice and smoothies.
Right.
And that will
I
help
agree with
build
that, yeah.
hydration, and it will help build the conductivity of their body, the cells. It's a cleaner. You know, our body has one job, to clean itself.
Wow.
But it can't do that unless we give it the material
Right.
for it to do that.
And not give it. Give it and then not give it.
Yes.
You can't give stuff that the body doesn't want.
Right.
Right.
And that's the other thing. Your body's talking to you 24 hours a day.
That's right.
And if you're not listening,
That's what trouble is. Yeah.
yes. And
Right.
most people don't know how to listen to their
That's
body.
true.
So that's one of the things that I'm doing
Right.
is trying to get people to ask their body if it wants this. And they're confused at first, and you know, it's like, I don't know what that means. But you can do it. You just keep asking and
Right.
feeling. Feel your body.
Right.
Don't think about your body.
Right.
Feel it.
I can understand that.
Stop looking outside the body for the
You
solution.
hear that body? I'm talking about. What part don't you understand?
Stop looking outside the body for the
Right.
solution
You know,
to
we
your
did a video
illness.
on just that today.
Did you?
Most people, she spoke. She says, I gave my power away to other people. I did not listen to myself. It took me 15 years to find that out. Anyway, it's live from Arnold's Way before I fall asleep with Gary and Valerie. He's here for one night. Probably be here my store tomorrow. If you have any questions on conductivity, stop by before 11 o'clock because he may be out of the door.
Part 2 tomorrow.
Be
Part
back
two.
on the road.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.